Hey, back here in this video, I'm going to show you how to get started using Deezign to convert your Figma components and designs into responsive bubble elements. So when you get to the screen, this means that you've completed the onboarding process and you're ready to start using it. Onboarding process included downloading the Chrome extension, the Figma plugin, and if you need to reaccess them, you could re-download via these links, as well as getting your token to use within Figma. So if you go to your settings page, if you don't have your token, you can generate a new token or get your token via this button. We're coming back here. If you got all that set up and you have a Figma file you're ready to work with, by all means, go jump in and start using Deezign to convert. However, if you don't have a Figma file ready, we've provided you a couple examples here, and we intend to populate these with more examples as we find them in the Figma community library. But these are free open source components that you could use right now to convert from Figma to Bubble. So let's start with this ShadCN one. You click the View Figma file, it'll take you to this page where you'll have access to the community version where you could use all of these components in your Bubble apps. So we'll go here. They have examples as well as specific sections. So let's start with the authentication one, see what they have here. So they have a sign up page. So I like this dark mode one. Let's take a look at it. I will right click and I have Deezign installed. If not, I would just click Manage Plugins and just search Deezign. But I already have it installed, so I'll just open it up. The first time around, it would ask me for my token, which is a token I showed you earlier. But I already have it installed, and you can see here that this login page has total 34 elements. So that's what's going to get converted to Bubble. And 89% of them use auto layout, great. And about 85% of them have responsive height width, which is also great. So this score right here is telling me that I can expect about 87% conversion accuracy rate, right? And by accuracy rate, I mean like it'll be responsive, it'll look good in Bubble. It won't just be cluttered, fixed with components. So that's awesome. Now let's take a look here. I see that there is an input field, and if I click on each one, the percentage change. This input field has 2 nodes, and I actually want to convert that into an actual input in Bubble because in Figma, there is no way to differentiate what is a button, or there's no way to apply a button element, right? It's just groups and text. So we'll go over here to the Buttons and Inputs tab, and I can just mark this as an input. And this button right here, Sign In with Email, I'll mark that as a button. I'd like to convert this to a button as well, but the way Bubble renders buttons, you can't add icons natively, right? So we won't be able to do that one. That looks good for now. And let's convert it. So we'll click back over here, and we'll click Convert to Bubble. And then I'll switch over to an editor I have, and there we go. We just saw it pop up, the authentication dark. That's the one we copied. Show me created date, and I haven't copied it yet. So I'll click copy. Tell me it's ready to paste the Bubble. I'll click paste. And let's hide this. And there we go. So now I can click on this, and I can see that this is an input. And this converted to a Bubble button. And this one is still a group, but I can use it as a button if I just add a workflow to it. And let's see what it looks in run mode. And let's see if there's fixed width here. Yep, so there's a fixed width, so we could just uncheck that, and let's make it stretch all the way. And let's just click preview. And let's turn debug mode off. There we go. So I have a authentication page set up in less than 2 minutes, and I could use this in my application. Let's see what else is available. So we'll come back over here and let's take a look at their dashboard section. There's a dashboard with bar charts. Let's see if we want to convert this one. And same thing, I'll just click on a input. I'll mark that as an input. I'll mark this as a button, and I'll click convert. This one, let's check out the stats. So this will convert 179 nodes. So that's saving you time rather than you creating 179 elements in Bubble. It's going to do all that for you. About 85% is auto layout, great. 74% responsive height width, that's okay. Still 80% conversion score, which is awesome. And I know for a fact this chart right here, we won't be able to use it as a chart because it's just designed as a chart, but at the end of the day, they're just groups. So we'll end up probably using a native Bubble chart plugin or something. But let's click Convert to Bubble. And it's done. And we can go ahead and delete this authentication page. Open up the Deezign extension. It might take a second for the extension to open up sometimes. We'll try to fix that as soon as possible. And we'll click paste. And there we go. So it turned out pretty well. Yeah, this is just static, and I'll replace this with a actual chart plugin. But you can see here that it did a good job converting it. I can look at an input field. This is the button. Images currently get converted just into placeholders because most likely if you're converting from a Figma file, you're not going to use those default images anyway. This prevents storing it in your bubble S3. And let's see what it looks with this update. Here we go. So now I have a full functioning or a full set out design for a dashboard, and I can start making changes that I need for my own app. Thanks. I hope this was informative, and let me know if you test out Deezign and any feedback.